In the heart of Tanalor, a city of bright lights and endless dreams, one man lives in the shadows, forgotten by the world. Jide, a young mechanic, wakes every day to the sound of honking cars, the smell of burning tires, and the relentless weight of a life that never seems to change. In his cramped one-room apartment, 8 men sleep on the floor. Quietly, Jide rises, careful not to disturb them. His home offers no privacy, no comfort, only survival. Each night, as he lies awake staring at the ceiling, he wonders, is this all life has to offer me? On his way to work, Jide walks the busy streets of Tanalor, deliberately avoiding eye contact with the fancy cars that speed past. Among the crowd, he remains invisible. The rich drive by, with windows rolled up and music blasting, drowning out the struggles of men like him. He watches them, but they never see him. At the mechanic workshop, Jide lies under a car, his hands caked in oil, as customers nonchalantly throw money his way, never once looking at him. Day after day, he fixes cars he can barely afford, while he watches men drive away with women who wouldn't even glance his way. His heart feels heavy, yet he clings to the hope that one day things will change. One evening, as Jide sits outside the workshop, his tired fingers scroll through his old phone. It seems like just another night, until a message appears. "Hey!" The simple word makes his heart race. The profile picture shows a stunning, beautiful girl. At first, he laughs to himself, dismissing it as a scam, yet another cruel joke. But then, message after message flows in. She's kind, funny, and clearly interested in him. His hands tremble as he reads the messages. Doubt and hope wage a silent battle within him. Why would someone like her talk to someone like me? He wonders. Yet a small voice inside whispers, "What if?" Minutes later, another message strikes him. "I want to see you, Jide. Send me transport fare." His heart stops. A rich girl asking him for money. Overwhelmed by a mixture of hope and fear, doubt creeps in. What if this is all a scam? What if she disappears after taking his money? And yet, the possibility that she's real, that something good might finally happen, pushes him forward. With a deep breath, Jide approaches his boss. "Sir, please. I need to borrow some money." His boss eyes him, then tosses a few notes on the table with a warning. "Don't be stupid with it." Clutching the money tightly, Jide presses "Send" and waits, his future hanging in the balance. Will she really come, or has he made the biggest mistake of his life? Meanwhile, at Murtala Muhammed Airport, the bustling terminal is alive with travelers. A stunning young woman steps off a plane, her heels clicking on the polished floor. Taking a deep, steadying breath, she pushes a sleek suitcase through the busy terminal, her eyes scanning the unfamiliar city. She's here, for him. In a moving car, she watches Lagos blur by the towering buildings, street hawkers, and endless urban energy flash past. Her heart pounds as she whispers to herself, "What am I doing?" Determined yet nervous, she braces herself for what's ahead. Finally, she arrives at a modest building with cracked walls and clothes hanging from tiny balconies. Her stomach tightens as she steps inside. In a dimly lit, overcrowded room, 7 men sleep while faint laughter echoes from a corner, and the unmistakable scent of sweat and kerosene fills the air. Clutching her bag tightly, her eyes dart around. He lives like this? She thinks, shock mingling with disappointment. Yet, resolutely, she straightens her dress and whispers, "I still want to see him." She takes to the streets of Tanalor, her designer shoes pressing against the dusty ground. Passers-by stare as she asks for Jide. Some mock her, saying, "That ugly, greasy boy? He's under some car." Laughter follows, but she remains unfazed. Even as well-dressed men in sleek cars call out, "Hey, beautiful, let me take you somewhere better." She ignores them, her focus unbroken. Then, in a quiet corner, she finally finds him, Jide, lying under a half-fixed car, his clothes stained with oil and his face smudged in grease. Overcome by emotion, She rushes to him and embraces him tightly. In that moment, Jide freezes, then breaks down in tears. "No woman has ever touched me, except my late mother," he whispers, his voice cracking with raw emotion. The entire street falls silent, and jaws drop at this unexpected, heart-wrenching reunion.